Alright, my name is Jonathan Hale. I'm here to talk to you about how to make a good field observation in your field notebook. Okay, so step number one, what you want to do is first get up to your observation, what outcrop you're going to be looking at. Okay, then you want to make a sketch of that outcrop. So what you want to do is make sure your labeled sketch has height and the dimensions of how big this outcrop is. So you go into your field notebook and say this outcrop is maybe 25 feet high. Okay, step two is then you want to find a sample of the rock. You want to use your rock hammer. You want to use your rock hammer to get a fresh face of the rock. Okay, then you want to take your rock lens, your hand lens, and look at it. Okay, now you need to look at it pretty close up. You got to get into it. Okay, so you can see the minerals. Okay, now when you see the minerals, you want to just label all the minerals that you see. So like for here I see some hornblende, there's hornblende in there, there's plagioclase, quartz, even some biotite mica.
And that brings us to our third thing we do. Once our rock description is done, we go to our interpretations. Okay, so basically the interpretations I got from the evidence collected was at this outcrop, was that basically this was a plutonic rock, or it was created underneath the Earth's surface that's been uplifted, and the less resistant surrounding rock eroded away, leaving behind the more resistant rock. Because the rocks were cooled beneath the Earth's surface, the mineral sizes are a little larger, actually a lot larger than you'd be used to seeing in igneous rocks or in volcanic igneous rocks. It's a dead giveaway about what this is, the size of the minerals. So make sure you check that out. Fourth thing we want to do, bag and label your sample for the site if it's legal anyway. Some sites like in National Forest we can't bag and label our samples or take them off of park premises. The fifth thing we want you to make sure you do is take your picture of your outcrop, so you have some sort of reference to look at besides your sketches, and also it helps you in your photo journal. And that is Homestead Point, Yosemite Valley.
So once again, I'm John Hale, and
I'm Ronnie Neihart,
and we're here telling you about how to make your field notebook as good as possible. Okay, first you want to start off with your big scale observations. How big is the outcrop? Then
you want to do make sure you do some observations or some recon. Go around the outcrop and stick your face in the rocks and see what kind of things you can see and notice.
Then you want to get your hand sample. Get down and dirty. Get a good sample off the outcrop with your rock hammer. Get your hand sample, and you want to make sure you get all your observations about the hand sample done in your notebook too.
Now the hand samples are very important to bag and label properly. Without the right label without the right label and the right sample, you're going to have some complications when you go to make your poster board. Another thing that's very important is make sure every observation and everything you do goes down in your notebook so you don't forget anything. Very important. And then once all that's done and together, you get into interpretations. Use all your information collected to make an interpretation, educated interpretation on what you think happened geologically in the area.
Last thing you want to do is make sure you have all your photographs. Every photograph that Terry and Becca have given you as on your field on your guide to the whole field trip. There's all those photos that you need. You need to make sure you have every single one of them. It's a good idea to get multiple angles of the same item, so you can choose which picture is the best for my field or for my photo journal. That's a great way to get a good grade.
Another thing is very important, don't be afraid to walk around. Don't just look and focus on one spot. If you sit and focus on one spot, you're getting a small, tiny little picture. You got to focus on the whole outcrop. Walk around and don't just look at and start writing stuff right away. Make some observations first.
And with that, we leave you with good luck.